Kenneth Galbraith, the maverick economist with a scandalous side. Kenneth Galbraith, a towering figure in 20th century economics, was far more than a scholar. He was a provocateur, a political insider, and a man unafraid to stir controversy. His bold theories challenged the very foundations of economic thought, while his personal life, political maneuvers, and public spats often made headlines. From secretive diplomatic missions to rumors of Hollywood affairs, Galbraith's story is filled with unexpected twists and turns. Here are 10 scandalous, shocking, and fascinating facts that reveal the complex, sometimes controversial man behind the public intellectual. Fact number 1. The early years, a contradictory youth. Kenneth Galbraith was born on October 15, 1908, in the small rural community of Iona Station, Ontario, Canada. His childhood was a blend of modest farming life and intellectual stimulation. His father, William Archibald Galbraith, was a farmer who held progressive political views and actively supported the United Farmers of Ontario, while his mother, Sarah Catherine Kendall, was a schoolteacher known for her strong educational ideals. Galbraith's early aptitude for academics earned him a scholarship to the Ontario Agricultural College, now part of the University of Guelph, where he studied agricultural economics. However, his rebellious nature was evident early on. He reportedly clashed with faculty over what he perceived as outdated methods and once openly criticized a professor during a lecture. This rebelliousness foreshadowed his future as a contrarian economist. In 1937, Galbraith married Catherine Merriam, the daughter of a wealthy Chicago publisher. Despite their differing social backgrounds, their marriage was stable and produced 3 sons, John Kenneth Jr., Peter, and James. All 3 pursued notable careers. John became a physician, Peter a diplomat and political advisor, and James an economist. However, they found it challenging to step out of the considerable shadow cast by their father's fame. Number 2. The war effort, a scandalous propaganda role. During World War II, Galbraith became a key figure in the U.S. government's economic strategy, serving as the head of the Office of Price Administration, OPA, under President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Appointed in 1941, he was responsible for controlling inflation by regulating prices and rationing goods. However, his tenure was fraught with controversy. He faced accusations of manipulating prices to benefit certain industries and using his position to target political adversaries. The New York Times in 1943 ran an article suggesting that Galbraith had stirred up political animosities by restricting the supply of goods to companies that did not support the Roosevelt administration. Critics like Senator Styles Bridges of New Hampshire accused him of economic dictatorship and creating unnecessary bureaucratic obstacles that allegedly hindered the war effort. Despite the backlash, Galbraith remained firm, stating, "In times of war, the economy must serve the people, not the profiteers." His controversial tenure ended in 1943 when he was dismissed, a move widely seen as a political sacrifice to ease tensions within Roosevelt's cabinet. Number 3. The Cold War's secret weapon? In 1967, at the height of the Cold War, Galbraith traveled to North Vietnam on what was officially described as a peace mission. His visit, which included meetings with high-ranking officials such as Prime Minister Pham Van Dong, fueled rumors that he was secretly acting as an intermediary for the U.S. government. Some speculated that Galbraith, known for his sharp critiques of American military policies, had been recruited by the CIA to negotiate a peace deal. Although Galbraith vehemently denied any covert activity, saying, "I went to Hanoi as a private citizen, not as a clandestine agent," the FBI kept a close watch on him. Declassified documents later revealed that the Bureau conducted a full investigation but found no evidence of espionage. Nonetheless, his open communication with communist leaders and vocal opposition to the Vietnam War added layers of intrigue to his public persona, casting him as both a peace advocate and a suspected traitor. Number 4. The intellectual playboy. Galbraith's intellectual prowess often intersected with the glamorous world of celebrities and socialites. Known for his towering height and charisma, he became a prominent figure in both political and social circles. He regularly hosted elaborate dinner parties at his home in Cambridge, Massachusetts, with guest lists that included John F. Kennedy, Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis, Henry Kissinger, and other luminaries of the 20th century. Galbraith's charm extended beyond the political realm. he was rumored to have had a brief affair with actress Candice Bergen in the 1960s, although both parties never publicly confirmed it. Galbraith himself joked about his appeal, once stating, "If an economist can be seductive, then why not make the most of it?" His effortless blend of wit, intellect, and charisma made him a unique figure, blurring the lines between academia, politics, and celebrity. Number 5. Feud with Milton Friedman. Galbraith's feud with Milton Friedman, a champion of free market capitalism, was among the most intense intellectual rivalries of the 20th century. Friedman called Galbraith's ideas dangerously naive and his policies paternalistic, while Galbraith dismissed Friedman's theories as pseudoscientific nonsense and a recipe for social inequality. Their clashes went beyond academic circles to televised debates and social events, with rumors of a physical altercation at a 1970s economics conference. Despite their public battles, both privately respected each other's intellect, adding complexity to their contentious relationship. Number 6. The controversial diplomat. As U.S. Ambassador to India, 1961 to 1963, appointed by President Kennedy, Galbraith stirred controversy with his blunt diplomacy. He openly criticized U.S. policy in Asia and made provocative remarks about Indian politics, famously saying, "In India, corruption is as common as sunshine," causing a diplomatic stir. Though his outspokenness angered officials, his rapport with Prime Minister Nehru helped him retain his position. Galbraith strengthened Indo-American relations by advocating for U.S. aid to India and mediating during the 1962 Sino-Indian War, leaving a legacy marked by wit, intelligence, and unconventional diplomacy. Number 7. The media maverick. Galbraith was no stranger to media appearances, often using television to promote his progressive views. As a frequent guest on shows like Firing Line with conservative commentator William F. Buckley Jr., Galbraith's debates were known for their sharp wit and provocative statements. In one such appearance, he famously called Ronald Reagan an amiable dunce, igniting outrage among conservatives and fueling media controversy. His willingness to challenge opponents publicly made him a polarizing figure. He was both revered for his intellect and reviled for his bluntness. His frequent television appearances and bold public statements made him a household name, further solidifying his status as a maverick in American political discourse. Number 8. The rumored romance with Jacqueline Kennedy. Amid his social and political connections, John Kenneth Galbraith was frequently rumored to have had a romantic relationship with Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis. As a trusted advisor to President John F. Kennedy, Galbraith often moved in the same elite circles as the Kennedys, attending numerous social gatherings where he and Jacqueline were seen engaging in deep conversation. Their friendship grew particularly close during Galbraith's tenure as U.S. Ambassador to India, a role for which he was handpicked by President Kennedy in 1961. After the president's assassination in 1963, gossip swirled that Galbraith provided emotional support to the grieving First Lady, with some speculating that their relationship had turned romantic. However, both Galbraith and Jacqueline Kennedy remained discreet, never confirming or denying the rumors. Galbraith himself dismissed the speculation lightly, remarking that he was flattered by the attention but hinted at nothing more. Number 9. The secret political advisor. Beyond his academic and public roles, Galbraith was a trusted advisor to several Democratic presidents, including John F. Kennedy and Lyndon B. Johnson. He was known for providing behind-the-scenes counsel on economic policy and foreign affairs. His private correspondence with Kennedy reveals his influence in shaping key policies, such as advocating for increased foreign aid and promoting the New Frontier domestic programs. While Galbraith often downplayed his political influence, declassified documents and personal letters indicate that he was far more involved in the inner workings of the Democratic Party than he publicly admitted. He was a key figure in the intellectual circle that helped shape the liberal agenda of the 1960s. Number 10. The legacy of a maverick. John Kenneth Galbraith passed away on April 29, 2006, at the age of 97. His legacy remains a topic of debate, with supporters praising his contributions to economics and social justice, while critics argue his ideas were overly simplistic or politically biased. Detractors claim his influence led to misguided policies that undermine free market principles, whereas his admirers see him as a visionary who challenged economic orthodoxy. His most notable works, such as The Affluent Society and The New Industrial State, continue to spark discussion and critique, ensuring that Galbraith remains a provocative figure in economic thought and public discourse.